Imagine sinking your teeth into a juicy, tender lamb chop, its edges seared to a perfect crisp, while the interior remains succulent and flavorful. The sizzle of the pan as it kisses the meat, the enticing aroma wafting through the air, the blend of herbs and spices that dance on your tongue. You can almost hear the crackle of the crust, feel the melt-in-your-mouth texture of the perfectly cooked meat, taste the rich, savory depth of flavor that only a perfectly prepared lamb chop can provide. Each bite is a symphony of culinary delight, a harmony of taste and texture that leaves you craving for more. The satisfaction that comes from savoring such a dish is unparalleled. It's a feast for the senses, a true gourmet experience. A gourmet delight that you might think is only possible in a high-end restaurant, but today you'll discover how to create this culinary masterpiece at home. To create such a culinary delight, we need the right ingredients. Our first star of the show is the lamb chops. Not just any lamb chops, mind you, but high-quality tender cuts. The chops are the heart of the dish, providing a succulent, meaty base that is both robust and delicate. It's the canvas on which we'll paint a masterpiece of flavors. Next, we turn to our fresh herbs, rosemary and thyme, to be precise. Rosemary, with its pine-like fragrance, imparts a savory, slightly sweet note that pairs beautifully with the richness of the lamb. Thyme, on the other hand, has a subtle, earthy flavor that brings an added depth, a mysterious undertone that teases the palate. Garlic steps in next, a culinary stalwart that needs no introduction. It brings a pungent, spicy character that permeates the meat, marrying well with the natural flavors of the lamb. It's the bold stroke in our flavor painting, a touch of audacity that makes the dish truly memorable. Olive oil is our next ingredient. This golden liquid acts as a vehicle, carrying the flavors of our herbs and garlic deep into the lamb. It also helps to create a beautiful sear on the chops, locking in the juices and ensuring every bite is as succulent as the last. And finally, we have our spices, sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper, the dynamic duo that brings out the best in any dish. The salt enhances the natural flavors of the lamb, while the pepper adds a hint of heat, a slight kick that balances the richness of the meat. Each ingredient plays a crucial role, contributing its unique flavor and character to the overall dish. Like the notes in a symphony, they come together to create a harmonious blend, a melody of flavors that dances on the tongue. With these ingredients, you're on your way to creating a dish that's truly a feast for the senses. Now we delve into the heart of the matter, the preparation process. The journey towards a fantastic gourmet lamb chop dish starts with the proper seasoning of the meat. It's not just about adding flavor, it's about enhancing the natural taste of the lamb. We begin with a mix of kosher salt and freshly ground black pepper. You want to be generous with your seasoning, making sure every square inch of the lamb chop is covered. This brings out the inherent richness of the meat while adding a touch of zest. Next, we introduce the aromatic herbs. Rosemary and thyme are our herbs of choice. Their intense fragrance and flavors marry beautifully with the robustness of the lamb. Finely chop these herbs and press them onto the meat, ensuring they stick well. This step is crucial as it imparts a layer of complexity to the taste profile of our dish. Now let's get to the heat. A hot pan is essential for a good sear, so let your pan heat up nicely before introducing the lamb. A good sear will lock in the juices and flavors, ensuring every bite is as succulent as the last. Add a good dollop of butter to the pan for that extra bit of richness and let it melt, swirling it around to cover the surface of the pan. Then in go the lamb chops. You should hear a satisfying sizzle as the meat hits the hot pan. This is the sound of flavor development. Let the chops sear undisturbed for about 4 to 5 minutes on each side. You're looking for a beautiful golden brown crust, which is a clear indicator of a perfect sear. While the second side is searing, you might want to add in some garlic cloves, crushed but not chopped, and a few sprigs of the same herbs used earlier. This will infuse the butter with even more flavor, which you can then spoon over the chops as they cook. This technique, known as basting, helps to keep the meat moist and flavorful. Once the lamb chops are perfectly seared, they need a rest. Resting the meat after cooking allows the juices to redistribute throughout the chop, making every bite juicy and delicious. You'll want to rest your lamb chops for about 5 to 7 minutes. It might be tempting to dig in right away, but patience is the key to perfection in the gourmet world. Finally, as the chops are resting, you can use this time to prepare a quick pan sauce. Simply deglaze the pan with a splash of red wine, scraping up those delicious brown bits stuck at the bottom. Let it reduce until you have a thick, flavorful sauce, perfect for drizzling over your gourmet lamb chops. And voila! You have your gourmet lamb chops seared to perfection, waiting to be savored. But we're not done yet. Presentation is key in gourmet cooking. Yes, indeed, the art of presenting your meal can be just as important as the cooking process itself. It's all about creating a visual allure that matches the tantalizing flavors you've just cooked up. Consider this: you've prepared a sumptuous dish of gourmet lamb chops, each seared to perfection, the aroma alone enough to make mouths water. Now, to truly elevate this dish, we must plate it in a manner that accentuates its elegance and allure. Start by arranging the lamb chops on one side of the plate. Allow their natural rustic charm to shine, perhaps fanning them out slightly or stacking them in a small tower. This showcases their golden brown sear and makes for a visually striking main attraction. Next, let's think about side dishes that not only complement the lamb in taste but also in presentation. A vibrant medley of roasted vegetables, perhaps? Their bright colors and varied textures provide a visual contrast to the lamb chops while also balancing the richness of the meat. Or how about a creamy, buttery mashed potato sculpted into a neat quenelle? Its smooth, creamy texture and neutral color can provide a soothing backdrop to the robustly flavored lamb. Remember, the goal is to create harmony and balance on the plate, both in terms of color and texture. With the right plating, your gourmet lamb chops are not only a feast for the palate, but also a feast for the eyes. So there you have it, a gourmet delight right in your own kitchen. We've journeyed together through this culinary adventure, beginning with the selection of quality ingredients. Remember, the foundation of any gourmet dish is the ingredients you choose. Opt for fresh, organic produce, and when it comes to the lamb, ensure it's ethically sourced and of the highest quality. Then we delved into the step-by-step preparation process. From the marination, the careful balance of spices and herbs, to the precise cooking time, each step is crucial in crafting the perfect gourmet lamb chops. It's not just about following a recipe, it's about understanding the nuances that go into creating a dish that's truly gourmet. And finally, we considered the art of plating and presentation. Food is a feast for the eyes as much as it is for the palate. The visual appeal of a dish can enhance the overall dining experience. So, take your time to present your lamb chops in a way that's as pleasing to the eye as it is delicious to the taste. In essence, the gourmet experience is about more than just eating. It's about appreciating the process, the ingredients, and the artistry that goes into creating a dish. So why not try making these gourmet lamb chops at home? You might just surprise yourself and delight your loved ones. Gourmet lamb chops, a dish that's sure to impress, whether you're serving it to your family or to a dinner party of food connoisseurs. Bon appétit!